Blog Talk Radio.
Here at ACO Radio, American Communications Online, or any affiliated stations or websites are not responsible for what guest hosts or call-ins may say. All programming is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only.
Hello, world. I hope you can hear me tonight. How is everybody on this little blue marble spinning around in space in what we call home, or inside the Milky Way galaxy? We're going to bring together some wonderful people to amuse you tonight. We're going to talk about baby boomer talk with Suzanne Wyman Flynn and Rich Flynn, famous artist out of California. So I'm very excited to share who they are with all my friends out there in social media and on radio and all over the place with iTunes, Stitcher, iHeart, SoundCloud, Spotify, Lisbon, you name it, we're out there. So that's what we do. We try to get out there. So we're not sure how tonight's going to go, but we're excited because these two people from California, they were actually born in California. I don't know too many real Californians. We're going to have to ask if you say it like Californians or like Funyuns, or is it Californians? I don't know, because I've never asked anybody. Because when I had an office out there, I didn't really meet too many people from California. They're all coming to Hollywood to be rich and famous. So we're going to get set up tonight, and I've been working with Suzanne Wyman. Some of you may already know her as a well-known psychic. She has the best party psychic ever, I believe, but I'll get her to say that properly. And Rich Flynn has richflynn.com as an artist of the moment, painter of the moment, or artist of the moment. I may have written it wrong tonight on, if you're joining me on blogtalkradio.com. And we are TJ Morse ET Radio, for all of you guys out there listening, or just love the fact that Suzanne and Rich are your friends, and they ask you to tune in tonight in your social media groups. I know I did. But we're doing this as archivists, historians. We support visual and performing arts, and you guys know I've been here about 8 years. So we'll be doing a show tomorrow with James Tolley, and all of you are invited to tune in tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, we're having a couple friends that actually Suzanne and Rich have known for years out of California again, and their names are Stan Freeze and Tara Freeze, and they have the Stan Freeze Entertainment Productions. So California is all shut down. They're saying stay until August 31st, but let's get their side of it. And everybody remembers we got the third woman ever to run for vice president on this continent, or with the United States of America, Kamala Harris. She is, she's a woman, so I'm excited. But let me get these ladies. I guess I'll go, Rich, I'm going to let Suzanne come on first because she's a lady. Are you a lady, Suzanne Wyman Flynn? Can you hear me?
Suzanne?
What?
Hello?
Suzanne, can you not hear me?
I can hear you perfect. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you a while ago.
Yeah, it just, the computer just said unmuted. TJ, thank you so much for bringing us on to TJ Morse ET Radio. We're really excited to be part of the show tonight, and thank you for bringing us on. It's going to be a lot of fun. So,
I hope so. I want to ask you a lot of questions, and your husband as well. Let's let Rich say hi. Rich Flynn, can you hear me now? Painter, or is it artist of the moment? Which is it?
No. Thank you. No, I'm known as painter of the moment because I was painting live weddings and events.
Till COVID came along. Okay.
Good old COVID.
And the wedding business got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so talk about being a wedding painter, Rich.
I want to know
Well,
quickly about Californians because
Okay.
I started with that. Oh, now I want to get each of your opinion. All right. Rich, is it
Yes.
Californians like onions, Californians, or is it Californian? How do you say if you're originally born, what is that? You're a Californian?
Well, that's a really good question. You never think about it. It's sort of like an accent. Like you have an accent, we don't. Like
Okay.
what do you call Californians? I guess Californians. I never think about it, but that's a good question. Californians. I'm going to stick with that one. What about you, Suzanne?
Californians. Yeah. We're California born. That's what we say.
Yeah.
People say, they go, "Are you from California?" And we say, "Yeah, I'm from California." Rich, your grandmother was your grandmother born in Oakland? Your mother's mother, was she born in Oakland?
Yeah.
And your mother was born in Long Beach, and you were born in Newport Beach. You're a third generation Californian.
That's right. So like you say, most people came out here. My dad came out here from Chicago during the Korean War time. So, yeah, the third side of my family has been, Californians, third generation.
Well, let's talk about real Californians because you're baby boomers, I take it.
Yeah.
I guess we should explain what a baby boomer is. As far as I know, it's all the people that after World War II, Korean War right in there, they wanted the better for their children. And there's a certain thing in vital statistics. But is that what you understand, baby boomers? And you guys are of that age, right, where your parents wanted better for you after – well, see, I was born in 1951, and you guys are younger than me. But you're still baby boomers because Angie's right on the cusp, and she was born in 68.
Right, so. We're baby boomers. We're boomers. That's right. Rich used to have that whole thing of what each generation was, but I think it was the movement to the suburbs. It was the first time that people, my family worked in Los Angeles and lived in the suburbs in the South Bay, which is Manhattan Beach, and I was raised in Torrance. So, yeah, and Rich, you're an Orange County family member.
Yeah, my parents moved, they started out in Long Beach in 58, 57, and then they moved to Anaheim. And Anaheim was just a lot of orange groves, and they bought a house. It looks like a small house now, but it was like 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. We were surrounded by orange groves, and then along came Disneyland, and it changed the landscape of Orange County.
Yep. Anaheim, California is the home to Disneyland. So Disneyland opened in 1956.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I worked there. Everybody in my neighborhood worked there.
Everybody worked there?
Yeah, we worked at Disneyland. It was pretty amazing back in the day. That was like in the 70s.
Work there?
Yes, I worked for Sunkist. Disney used to lease out locations for different businesses. They had Carnation, Sunkist, Frito-Lay, and so we actually were working for Sunkist. And so I spent all day going in there with just squeezing oranges. I'd stand on a stool and drop oranges into a orange squeezer, and would fill up the container in the back, and the people would come in and get lemonade and orange juice. And I'm sure a lot of people remember that. It was called Citrus House, and they had one across from the Jungle Cruise, which was called Sunkist, I presume. Take off on who was that? Stanley, I presume, or.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was so much fun. You walk in there, and the smell of the popcorn, and the sweat, and the noise of the carnivals. It was pretty magical. I'll never forget the first day I walked in there, and I went past the break area, and there was, I'm not making this up, there was Mickey Mouse. He looked like he was about 60. He had his head off. He took his head off, and it was laying on a table. And he was yelling at his wife, "Get those taxes in right now," over a payphone. Remember payphones?
Oh, wow.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Impressed. An old guy playing Mickey Mouse, huh?
Oh yeah, we used to watch the. We'd watch
Shattered my
the.
dream.
We'd watch all the characters. They'd come backstage and they'd just be swift. This was in the summertime in July, and they'd just be dying being in those character outfits, you know, like Goofy and Pluto and all the characters would just come back for a break here and just be dying.
Well,
we're just kids. We're just and the costumes.
The costumes were real heavy, and it was like the stuff you make a stuffed animal out, but except for it was, you know, all over their body, and they had to stay in that costume and entertain the crowd.
Yeah. So that was a great experience. I saw. Pardon?
I guess that's something all you people out there in California must share if you worked for Disney, right? Is knowing things that the other people don't think about, like you're sweating in those costumes.
Yeah.
And that's true.
And it was great to watch at the beginning of the day. Again, this is summertime. It's hot and it's crowded. You can't even walk in there basically. But at the beginning of the day, they'd bring all the people in and set them on Main Street. And then they'd all wait there until they dropped the ropes and let them go into the park. So people are waiting on Main Street, and everybody's all fresh and relaxed and everything. And then at the end of the night, I forget what time they closed, like 11 or something like that, or 12. But the people would come back, and they're all sunburned and tired, and kids are crying. It was like that. It was like the Norman Rockwell painting where they go on vacation, the people in the car, and then they come back, and they're all just worn out. It was a great experience. Saw people from all over the world, celebrities, and just people that were just, yeah. We saw people from all over the world at that young of age. It was magical.
How old were you exactly?
When I first started working there, I was 15, and so it was just Disneyland's a city. I mean, it's just basically a city, so you get to hang out with everybody your own age, and they had people working there forever, and you look at them and just sort of shake your head, you know, like the guys that go around picking up the cigarette butts. I don't know if you can smoke there now or not, but people would go around picking up cigarette butts. Those guys have been working there for like about 30 years, or since 1956 when they first opened, so... Oh, it was a great experience. We used to walk over and listen to Count Basie play in the evening, and when we take our breaks, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great experience.
Yeah, your brother met his wife there when he was working at Disneyland. You were working there with your brother, and your brother is still friends with people that were involved in the early days of Disneyland. Yeah,
and people got away with so much stuff, and that's a good story about my brother and his wife. She was working in the candy store 2 shops over, and she stole candy out of there and gave it to my brother and got fired. And so that's how they got there connected.
You know, she tells that story differently, but anyway.
Right.
Yeah. But and your brother's still friends with those people, so it was a bonding experience. When you go into Disneyland, TJ, it's such an interesting experience because I've worked there and worked backstage, and you climb through, you go into a parking lot and you get picked up, and then you go through a secure checkpoint, and then they drive in all these back roads, and then you enter into a building, and the building is just for the people that are coming on stage and off stage, and it is a city. It's a complete city, you know. With and the thing I have to say about Disneyland is that they take really, really good care of the people that work there. You can find a shop that's open just for the workers any time of the day or night that you're there, and get a hot meal, very reasonably priced. You can go to a vending machine and buy a pair of socks or a razor blade and find a bathroom to freshen up in. I mean, they really, really take care of their employees, and I think there's people that work there that would pay for the privilege just to work there because they love it so much. So it is a great place. It is a lot of fun, even today.
Well, I've been there a few times. I don't. To be honest, I was